Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Nat, I'm a horse witch, and today I want to talk about how I connect to the plant life around me as a descendant of colonizers. So let's get into it. I do want to add a warning to the beginning of this video, and that is this video is for informational purposes only. I am not a medical professional. You should talk to a certified herbalist, naturalist, or your medical doctor before ingesting or using any of these plants topically, internally, or otherwise. So that is my warning. I think a topic that a lot of American witches struggle with, especially if they are descendants of Europeans, is how to connect with the land and the plants around them if they are descendants of colonizers. And what a lot of people don't realize is that a lot of our plant life here in the US is actually naturalized, if not outright invasive. And so these are plants that were brought from Europe or came over from Europe and Northern Africa with ships and goods and people. And they grew here. So one of the ways that I connect is by utilizing those plants. And I want to talk about 3 of them today. The 3 plants that I have chosen are abundant in my own garden and on my own property. One of them, none of them are considered invasive. They are considered naturalized, which means that they grow here and they're not from here, but they don't impact native species. One of which I find that to be very suspicious. Actually, 2 of those I find to be very suspicious, but I am not a biologist, or a botanist. So the 3 plants I'm going to discuss today are white horehound, little mallow or cheeseweed, and groundsel. All of these are, sorry if I keep looking to the right, I'm checking my notes. All of these are native to Europe, Northern Africa, and the Middle East, or one of those 3 places. And as I discuss them, I'll put a picture of them up while essentially I'm reading about them. So white horehound is one of them. It is a member of the mint family. It is used medicinally in teas and candies to help with indigestion, blood pressure, and sore throats, mucus issues, and colds. It is native to Europe, Northern Africa, and Western and Central portions of Asia, but is considered invasive in California. Other names include bull's blood, eye of the star, seed of Horus, and hound's bane. Magically, horehound is a great protective herb and is used for removing hexes, protection, and protection against other witches and spells. If you're looking to incorporate horehound into your spiritual practice, there are several ways to do so. You can create a tea from the leaves and drink it as part of your meditation or prayer practice. You can also use the dried leaves in a satchel or amulet for protection, or burn it as incense to clear negative energy. I actually have a white horehound plant in my, I want to say garden, but it's really the back part of our yard that is not maintained. And it just got weed whacked, but it'll grow back. The next one I want to talk about is one that I personally think is really invasive. It is everywhere. And it likes disturbed ground, so it is prevalent in horse pastures and basically anywhere along roadsides, construction sites, etc. That is little mallow or cheeseweed. And it is also native to northern Africa, southern Europe, and western and central Asia. One of the reasons I think this is not considered an invasive species is because it is edible. And the entire plant is edible, the leaves, the stalks, and the seed pods. And the seed pods supposedly taste like cheese or have a cheese-like texture, which is why it's called cheeseweed. Cheeseweed greens and seeds are rich in protein, iron, minerals, B vitamins, vitamin A, and vitamin C. It is used as an herbal remedy for asthma, coughs, and sore throats. It has been used to treat wounds or inflammation of mucous membrane in the mouth, throat, stomach, and intestines. Cheeseweed is said to help treat infections, skin ulcer, and burns. The anti-inflammatory compounds it contains are effective in treating a wide variety of skin problems. Nutritionally, cheeseweed mallow is a hidden gem. Its cheese-like fruits are not only a crunchy and nutty snack, but a good source of vitamins and minerals. In the culinary world, it is a secret ingredient in gourmet dishes, adding both flavor and nutritional value. Magical uses include protection, and you can include it in floor washes, mists, and smoke cleansing if you dry it, and love and attraction spells. And finally, the last plant I want to talk about is groundsel. And groundsel is actually a noxious weed native to Europe, northern Africa, and western and central Asia. Groundsel is an annual weed that pops up in cultivated or disturbed grounds. It is usually along field edges, roadside verges, and on waste ground. Branched stems lead to open clusters of little yellow flowers that can be seen most of the year. They turn to white, fluffy seed heads. These seed heads led to its Latin name, sinencio, or sinencio, derived from the word old man. Groundsel does have a number of medicinal uses despite being a noxious plant. It reportedly aids with intestinal parasites such as worms, and it can help with epilepsy and can be used as a diuretic. I'm going to say I am not a medical professional. I do not suggest anyone ingest this plant. It is a noxious plant. Also, if you add any herbs or anything, please consult a medical professional first. This is informational only. Groundsel has also been used for centuries in traditional folklore and beliefs. In some cultures, it was believed that groundsel had magical properties and could be used to ward off evil spirits. It was also thought to bring good luck and fortune to those who carried it. So those are the 3 plants I wanted to talk about. This is going to be an unpopular opinion, but Scott Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs is, it's crap. It is basically a list of plants. It has very little good or useful information in it. So if you are using that as a source, it's not very good. I will say a lot of folks have told me that for its time, it was one of the only resources out there. It's no longer the 90s. We have the internet. There are so many better books out there now and resources online. It just is outdated, and I didn't find it to be very useful. And it's a book I probably won't actually keep in my collection. There's just no use for it. And yeah, so that is just one of the ways that I connect to my area using plants. And if this is a successful video that people really enjoy, I will continue going through my garden and plants on my land. And I say that like I have a lot of it. I have a 1/4 acre in the middle of town. And also I find plants out at the barn where I keep Kyle. But that is actually a different locale. I'm at elevation. I'm about 2,000 feet, and he is in the valley about an hour and a half away. So definitely different growing seasons, etc. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter one, which is totally fine by me. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified when I post new videos. You can follow me on Blue Sky and Instagram, and all of that is in the description. I will add links in the description, actually, is where I'm going to put some of my sources. As I said, Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs, not so useful. Not so useful. I'm sorry if you love it. If you do love it, I don't know why. It is basically useless. So probably going to get a lot of flack for that one, but oh well. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this little magical informational tidbit. Bye. Hi everyone, I'm Nat. I'm a horse witch, and that was bad. And I'm going to do that again. Cool. This is how this is going to go today. We're doing real good, guys. Real good. And this is